Welcome to my guide for the Rude and Reno fight on Chapter 12. Now I'm going to go over the materia and build our use weapon. If I go over a bit too quick, just pause the video so you can see what I'm doing or play it in a slower speed. So the materia wise on Cloud, his equipment, we've got Hard Edge, Chain Bangle and Fury Ring. He's got wind material, these all need to be maxed by the way. Steadfast block, HP up ×2. Behemoth materia and the summoning, and he's got lightning linked to elemental in the armor to absorb. Tifa, metal knuckles, geometric bracelet, fury ring. Wind materia, parry materia, first strike, A to B assist, HP up ×2, and fat chocobo. Barrett, EKG cannon, force bracelet and the fury ring. He's got wind materia, steadfast block. He's also got assess, forget about assess, I need that, binding, HP up ×2. Leviathan, first strike, and he's got elemental link to lightning as well, like Cloud. Yeah, forget about assess, I need it because I need to actually assess his enemy. Yeah, you don't need that. So that's a minimalistic thing. You can add a few things on there if you want, but that's sort of what you need. Tifa wants to be your leader, and mainly what we're going to be doing is skating around a lot, dodging as Tifa and using certain attacks, but I'll explain it all to you guys. So weapon wise, that's what we've got on the Hard Edge. Subcore 1, that's what we've got. Subcore 2, everything except for Stagger Siphon. Subcore 3, everything except Limit Break. And Subcore 4, everything except Critical Hit Rate and the connected materia slot. Like I say, if I'm going a bit too fast guys, just pause it or play the video slower, but this ain't too important, but it's just so you can see and make sure you're all on the right track. Subcore 1, only attack damage with Tifa, metal knuckles. Subcore 2, everything. Subcore 3, everything except for concentration activation. Subcore 4, everything except for defense, and Subcore 5, everything except for the last connected materia slot. And for Barrett, EKG cannon. So similar to the rest, similar attributes we're going for. So main core, everything except for critical hits. I don't like to go for critical hit rates by the way because it's sort of random and I don't want to rely too much on RNG. Subcore 2, everything except critical hit damage, and Subcore 3, everything except for critical hit rate and that last materia slot. Right, let's head up the stairs and say hello to Rude and Reno again. Let's finish them off for good this time. So I'm going to pause this guys and sort of try and break this down where I can. So straight away, as soon as the fight begins, you need to dodge away with Tifa, dodge away with her. Yes, they're his attacks, mainly melee based, but he does do some lightning, which is why I've put elemental absorb on Cloud and Barrett, just help them survive a bit longer. So we dash away first, and we just basically dash away from his attacks for that parry slide until he sort of does the upcut and he becomes paused for a few seconds. There's a few other attacks where he sort of becomes paused for a few seconds at the end of it, and when he does that, that's when we move in close and build up our ATB. And there's only sort of a few ways to pressure him. The main way is to use a wind attack, but you have to make sure he stays in place for you to use it, and that's why we always wait until after he's used a move and he's still. So he's used that move, he's still for a few seconds. So I've built up my ATB, and what I'm quickly doing, I'm doing an arrow level 1 and then focus strike straight after that. And what happened, because I hit him with wind as he was at the end of an attack and he sort of stunned for a few seconds, you have to do it then, otherwise he'll move out of the way and the wind won't hit him properly, because it's that last sort of impact of the wind spell which launches him and pressures him. And because of focus strike, he launches towards a target that used the spell. He launches towards Tifa and then she uses focus strike and pressures him a bit more. So that's what I've done there, and that's what we do throughout this fight. So arrow and with focus strike straight after, and that'll give ATB assist to your allies as well. And then while that's happening, you have to be really quick. Use focus shot with Barrett. Like I say, you have to be really quick here. And again, we're just dodging away from his attacks and then moving in close afterwards, attacking. And whenever we have 2 ATB gauges, you always need 2 ATB gauges when doing it. So again, just arrow and then a focus strike. Remember, he needs to be stunned at the end of an attack for a few seconds when you do it. Do not do it in between attacks. Wait till after he's done an attack, and then if you do that, you should pressure him and stagger him, and then shortly after he's staggered, you should be able to knock him into his next phase. When I got that focus shot in with Barrett, you have to do that as soon as he sort of leaves as soon as he launches. If you do it too early, too late, it either won't track him properly, or he will be unpressured. He will come out of the pressure state just as it lands. So basically, when he launches, you can slow time down as he's flying through the air. When he's sort of hot, when he's starting to drop down in the air, you see him, he'll launch and he'll start to go down. That's when you use Barrett's focus shot. And then once the helicopter appears, have Tifa roll away, then Cloud, then Barrett, then have Barrett use the overcharge and build up 2 ATB gauges. And as soon as that happened, change back to Tifa and get ready for him to jump over here. And you have to be really quick here. As soon as you can lock onto him, quickly use wind and use focused. You have to be really quick here, guys, because if you're not quick, he begins his pyramid attack, and if he begins that, he cannot interrupt it, and it ruins your momentum. And normally, if you interrupt his pyramid attack, he'll do sort of any normal attack first, and then he'll do it again. So again, straight after this normal attack, you need to be ready here. And what I do here, if I messed it up, I actually use Cloud. So if Tifa actually got attacked, I actually use Cloud. Yeah, because if Tifa gets attacked, you won't react quick enough with her, and then he'll get that pyramid off. So I'll either use Tifa as soon as she's done that next attack, arrow and a focus strike. But if Tifa gets hit on this attack, use Cloud, arrow, and then focus thrust with Cloud instead. Remember, if you do not do it quick enough, he'll begin pyramid again. So that's why we need to be ready with Cloud, just in case Tifa gets attacked. So that's it, and then again, straight back to Tifa while he's sort of staggered, pressured, and normally that'll knock him into that sort of phase, and Rude will come back. And yes, I'm assessing Rude because I have it. And once Rude comes back, you want to build up some ATB now. Yeah, build up some ATB. With Barrett, there we go, just keep attacking him. As long as Tifa's got her ATBs and Barrett has, you should be good, guys. So just keep hitting him, and eventually, yes, that will happen. Back to Tifa. Be ready straight away. Go back to Tifa. Yes, very important. Straight away, back to Tifa, guys.
Damn it!
And straight after this, we're actually going to use Sleep on Rude. Now, sometimes this doesn't land. Sometimes it doesn't land. Actually, when he goes to do Pyramid on Rude's second phase as well, Reno's second phase as well, sorry. You know when he can cast Pyramid, sometimes when I hit him with wind, it doesn't quite work and he does Pyramid anyway. So just bear that in mind. But the same can happen here. Sometimes this may not land, most of the time it does. So straight away, Barrett and cast Sleep on Rude. Just so you've got only Reno to take care of. And back to normal, just dodge Reno's attacks. Wait for him to pause at the end for a few seconds. There we go, moving close, build up your ATBs. If not, if you haven't built him much, just move out and dodge again. But once you have him and he's stunned for a moment at the end of an attack, arrow, focus strike, and while he's pressure, you can see him there, he's flying through the air. As he's about to go down, we use focused shot with Barrett. And then back to Tifa again. See, that focus shot just hit him then. Back to Tifa again. Same sort of thing. I don't really use Cloud, save Cloud. And what I do with Cloud, I actually use Cloud. I use this Infinity's End when it's pressured. So you may or may not have noticed when the enemy's pressured or staggered, I'm actually using Cloud's Infinity End. There you go, does lots of damage. So yeah, use Infinity End, not when they're pressured, sorry, when they're staggered. So I always save Cloud for that. I save Cloud for Infinity's End and for in phase 2 when you may have to use him like we did because Tifa got attacked. And then once Reno is dead, you need to be quick and then you can actually get to Rude before he wakes up. If he does wake up in time, you want to put him back to sleep because he can block the wind attacks and they won't launch him. But if you use when he's asleep, it will always launch him. And you can stagger him straight away as long as you hit him with a double focus shot off Barrett. You need to make sure you hit him with wind while he's still asleep though. Or like I say, you block it. And then normally a wind focus strike from Tifa and then a double focus shot from Barrett will stagger him. And then once you're staggered, you know what to do. 2 true strikes with Tifa. Well, you know what to do, follow my other guides. 2 true strikes with Tifa and then Infinity's End as Cloud and then just keep smashing him to bits, and he should die pretty quickly, guys. And yeah, that is it for the boss fight. You're pretty much at the end of the chapter now. You just go and talk to Tifa, and that's it, guys. Chapter 12 and my boss fight for Rude Reno. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.